Hello, everyone. We are again live in Coupon, and this time around we have Kalyan from Portworks by Pure Storage. So, hi, Kalyan. Nice to have you here.
Very much nice to talk to you too.
And first up, I would love it if, for the sake of our viewers, you actually explain what Portworks does and what's our association, stuff like that.
Absolutely. Very happy to be here. Portworx, for the folks on the line here who don't know us, is a Kubernetes data management platform. And what we fundamentally do is to help our customers who are platform leaders in many organizations automate, protect, and unify the Kubernetes data and the applications that are supported by this data. We are about a 10-year-old company. We are wholly owned by Pure Storage, but we work fairly independently, serving platform customers of ours. Over 500 odd customers doing exceptionally well. Obviously in KubeCon, which is definitely where we should be.
How has Coupon been treating you so far?
It's been fantastic. Look, our primary customers, we primarily sell into Kubernetes, the install base, right? In fact, if you don't have Kubernetes at an enterprise, we shouldn't even be talking to you. And so this is our home. This is where our customers are. This is where our prospects are. This has been a great event for us thus far.
Yeah. And next up, I would love it if you could share some of the fantastic work that we do together. I know that we do a lot of it together, but I'd love if you could share some insights into it. I think you have some slides or something like that. If you could do that, would be great.
Absolutely. Look, at the end of the day, we work with Kubernetes distribution vendors like yourself. And what we generally see is that a lot of our customers find out that it's easy to get started with Kubernetes, right? You can start your first, second application very easily. But when you're trying to build mission critical applications, especially stateful applications where you have data and databases that are part of this application, you generally run into a lot of friction, right? What you see with the Kubernetes platform is that there are data plugins, open source data plugins that allows you to connect to data. But many of these open source data plugins and the way they get implemented are generally very brittle. There are lots of scalability issues with the way many of these implementations are done. And then many of these data plugins also don't take care of many of the data operations that you would expect when you are building databases and data. So what about DR? What about snapshot? What about backups? These are all things that an enterprise requires in all their applications. Lastly, when you're talking about a mission critical applications, and Portworx is in many mission critical applications, what you generally see is that your data comes from many systems, right? They could be storage systems, on-prem storage systems like Pure Storage, who obviously we know very well, could be from NetApp, could be from EMC. You could get data from even cloud vendors. And now if you're a platform vendor and you are getting data from all of these systems and you have to manage these plugins and these adapters to all these systems, it becomes a management nightmare, right? So imagine if there was a better way of doing it. Imagine if there was a software defined solution that allows you to connect to all of these data systems on the back end, allows you to manage not just day zero provisioning and setting up the storage and etc., but also the day two operations of it, snapshotting, backup, DR, and things of that nature. All of that, if you can get it in an integrated solution, won't that be a better option? So this is a visual representation of what I was just talking about, right? Have storage and data that is being provided by a host of storage systems, whether they are on-prem, public cloud, edge, you name it. All of this needs to be provided to Kubernetes, the platform, and the applications and the databases that are running on this Kubernetes platform. And Portworx is that connective tissue that not only provides the data, but also provides a lot of the management capabilities that you expect from a system like ours. Yeah.
And how does this all work together when you talk about partnership together? How does that work?
Yeah, as you can see in the screen, right? Rancher is one of the key Kubernetes distribution and platform that we work with. We have a tight integration with Rancher. We have over 75 customers who use us jointly in the field today. Many are building mission critical applications. At the start of this interview, we were talking about a large, unfortunately cannot be named electric car manufacturer who is using us jointly. And they use us to monitor how their cars are being built through the shop floor, right? Using both Portworx and Rancher. And we are providing real mission critical value for this company and for this car manufacturer. If Rancher or Portworx, for that matter, would fail in this environment, their entire shop floor, their entire delivery line will come to a standstill. So this is the value that both Rancher as a core Kubernetes platform and Portworx as a data platform provides this customer.
And I'm curious, are there any features or any newest releases in Portworx that you want to talk about or
Yeah.
you want to show?
Yeah, absolutely. The three key drivers that we see in the market today, the first one is definitely platform engineering, right? And I'd say platform engineering and container as a service, they're both two sides of the same coin. And we see a lot of our customers who are definitely starting to build enterprise platforms, and Kubernetes is the platform that supports many of these enterprise platforms today. So that's definitely a key driver for us. The second big driver that we are seeing is AI ML type applications, right? There are, whether it's traditional AI or whether it is LLM driven AI, right? All of these applications today are built on Kubernetes as the core platform. And we have many customers who are starting to work with us because we provide that data layer that supports many of these AI ML models. The third big driver, I would say, is definitely what's going on with Broadcom and VMware, right? There is a lot of confusion in that world, and many enterprises are looking for at least starting to consider alternatives, right? And they're looking at what should they do next, right? Should they stick with VMware? Should they go to yet another VM vendor out there? Or should they refactor their applications to a Kubernetes type environment? And there, again, a Kubernetes distribution like Rancher and also the data platform that Portworx provides starts to make a lot of sense. So these are the three drivers that we see in the market today, and they're all rocket ship drivers, and they're all leading us in very many different directions.
Yeah. And are there any new releases that you want to talk about or any new features that you're particularly excited about with respect to the Portworx platform that you want to show off today?
Yeah, so we did release our database as a service offering, I would say about 6 months ago. And we continue to make a lot of enhancements on our. Think of it as a service offering where, a customer could pretty much choose one of around 12 open source databases and data services that we offer, everything from MongoDB to Kafka to Elastic. And if you're in the on-prem world or in the hybrid world and you want to essentially provide your developers a menu of databases that they can spin up within a matter of a few seconds, and then also manage these databases and the lifecycle of these databases. So that's now available with your Portworx. We continue to build on this new offering from Portworx, and you will see us make a significant release around this in the mid-year timeframe.
Okay, I'm really excited to see that. And hopefully we can catch up at the next KubeCon or the next event that we are at to talk more about it so that people can gain more insight into the kind of work that you do and the kind of new releases that you're featuring in your products.
Absolutely. Looking forward to meeting with you guys at SusaCon this year.
Yes.
And definitely KubeCon in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, SusaCon's going to be awesome and I'm really excited for it. And hopefully we do get to do something there. And I don't know if you're going to have some release there, but we're definitely looking to catching up with all our partners and customers.
Yeah, we have always been good partners in the field and in the market. I think we need to put a stronger marketing story behind it. And that's our hope that at SusaCon this year, Portworx and SUSE will announce something very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for being on and thank you so much for visiting our booth today. Hopefully we get to catch up soon and we'll swing by your booth as well
All right.
to check out your stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. All
Have
right.
a good day.
Bye-bye.